today's Decorate With Me, we are going to be decorating this space right here. This is the entryway to the pantry, and it's supposed to like be a butler's pantry area where there should have been like built-in cabinets, but for whatever reason they're not here. And it's just like this weird unused space, so I'm definitely going to use it. I'm going to be getting some type of like buffet server that fits just right in here, and then maybe doing either some shelving or some decor. I really haven't quite figured out exactly how I'm going to tackle this side. For today we're going to focus on the actual door piece. I'm eventually going to be replacing this white door with something that's a little bit more farmhouse, like a dark wood. Maybe with like even like a window of some sort into the pantry. I'm not really sure, but I want to decorate this space here and then the door, and then hopefully this video will also include something going on here. I'm not really sure where I'm headed. All of this is existing decor that I've already owned. Didn't buy any of this stuff, but I was just filing it into this space because it's things that like I would use in the kitchen. So this was not in the kitchen, this was in my dining room, but I don't know where that piece is going to go quite yet either. So let's just go ahead and get started. I am eyeballing this. God bless America. Alright, I'm going to tilt you guys up so you can see it. It's not the best view. It's kind of hard to get into that angle. But I needed it to be just high enough so that I can then put the shelf and the green vine underneath it. Oh my gosh, this one's going to be... Alright, up on the ladder so you can just kind of get a good look at this. I mean, it just barely makes it. I actually wanted there to be a little bit more room than this, but actually I think it's fine. It'll help to kind of hold that greenery thing together, because I really wasn't sure how I'm like attaching it to this, so maybe I'll have to use some thumbtacks. I'm not really sure, but it looks really good. Love the wood color. I mean, it's almost perfect, even though I did not buy them at the same time or from the same place. So now I have the greenery, and I'm just gonna put this in here. Oh, it's actually grabbing pretty well. I'm trying to lean back as far as I can, but this is what it looks like. Yeah, I definitely wanted there to be a space between the two, but it actually looks okay like this too. I didn't like the way that it was like draping on the side, so I decided to just kind of tuck it in and double layer it. But you can tell because the center isn't as thick, what I should do is pull it back out and then fold it in half so that it's equal in terms of thickness, if that makes sense. But you know what, I'm being lazy and I'm okay with it. Alright, to hang the wreath, I'm not gonna add a over the door hook thing. I'm gonna do a command strip. I think it will just look a lot nicer that way. Wow, that's a big chunk. Alright, so here is the new piece. Where did I get this? I think I got this from, it was either Ashley Furniture or Wayfair. I feel like it was Ashley Furniture. It was actually one of the easiest. It doesn't look like it, really it doesn't, but it was one of the easiest pieces of furniture I've ever put together, and it came out pretty flawless. Really happy about that. Let me show you how cool this little, look at that. What? Yes, ladies, I put that together. I also really like how it has this look here. As you can see, it's for a bottle of wine. So I have one in there already, and then here you can slip in wine glasses. Yeah, and it actually has a gray look to it, which I'm not a fan of gray, but I actually don't mind it in this corner here. And then it has wheels, but I went ahead and locked them so they don't move around. And as you can see, it just fits pretty nicely. I wished it was a little bit longer, you know, so that I could just take up a little bit more space, but overall, it's exactly what I wanted. Now we have this huge blank wall, and I decided to go ahead and stage, and please ignore all of the decor in this room, but I decided to go ahead and stage how I think I'm gonna do the wall above the buffet server. So I'm gonna do that scroll, the home sign, and then the menu. I'm gonna stop pointing because it stops freaking camera. And then this is gonna be kind of like this. And then I think we'll like put keys or maybe like my favorite mug or something. I don't really know, but this is what we're going to put in that wall. So let's get started. Alright, so now it's time for the final reveal, and dun, da, da, da. So the first thing you're probably noticing is the home sign is not up there. The reason why I decided to forego that piece is because it just got way too high up there, and I didn't want to use that space up there. I wanted it to be pretty much leveled with those two pieces. So yeah, I mean, I probably could have found the way to squeeze it in, but I really like the spacing, and I think it probably would have been too much, especially with, you know, tabletop decor. So I just added the green scroll there at the top. And if you've been with me for a while, you'll know that that piece was above my daughter's collection or collage of photos in the dining room, but now it's here. And then we have the menu sign, and then we have this piece, which I forget where I got this, probably Home Goods. And this is like my command center part, these two pieces. I kept like announcements and thank you letters and just, you know, important things that I needed to make sure I was constantly looking at. So that's what I'll do again here, but it's, you know, those things are private, so I didn't want to put those up in this video. And then here is this piece. Oh my gosh, this wood just ties it all in together with the little clips, because when you swing around, then you have the wood of that. So it's really hard for you guys to get a feel because you're only getting a camera view, but if you were to be standing in here, it all just goes really well together. Then I have this little piece, which is a barn hook thing. It used to be next to this in the kitchen in the last house, and we actually kept our keys on it. I could put a coffee mug. I actually thought that I was going to turn this into my coffee bar station, which I think one day it will be, but for now this is what we're going with. And yeah, so I will keep up with this, and I'll put like my menu and stuff on there. And then I've pulled this piece out. I haven't used this piece in like over 2 years. I used to decorate it on my kitchen island at the last house, and then I just stopped using it. So I thought I could put some flowers in here. I really like the rust look of this. It's really simple. I didn't add anything up here because I really wanted to be able to see this color here. because I thought this was already busy, but who knows, I might enhance it later on. You know, just under the circumstances of quarantine, I don't want to shop online for absolutely everything, so I want to wait until, you know, life resumes back to normal. So I was just basically, my point is I was working with what I already had on hand, and these flowers used to be in my guest bathroom at the last house. So I stuck them in here and thought it was just really pretty, and it gave it a floral pop because, again, if I were to step back, we have that going on. So we've got a lot of green, and then having that white pop with the green is really pretty and livens up this wall of all these neutrals. Over here, this is also an older piece. I got it from the at-home store. I hauled it living at the last house, but I never really used it that much. I did a DIY with it, I think. And then what I did was I took some wax melts that I just haven't used, because I did this because this piece in here, you can't really see that cream, and I wanted the cream so that you can break up all that galvanized metal. So I just got those two pieces, propped it up, and voila. I feel like there's definitely stuff that's going to be added throughout the next couple of months, maybe a mat of some sort, something to break up this top. I don't know, maybe a runner. But for now, we're keeping it simple. I want to get some bottles of wine and fill all of this up. So then, if you look down here, what I really wanted to do was pop that green. You guys, I'm obsessed with green right now, and I absolutely love it. Those two were actually temporarily in the kitchen up there. As you can see, I switched them out because those up there are too tall. Yes, I could have adjusted the shelf there, but I didn't want to. Instead, what I did was I grabbed these and then popped them in there, and I think with that black, it just tones it down. It doesn't look as vibrant green. So like, for example, vibrant, muted. So I really like that effect. And then that was in my kitchen at the last house. I really love it. It has that cream pop, and I thought it would be a really nice way to make this piece stand out. So that's what we did there. And yes, these are for wine glasses like I mentioned, but I'm not gonna put any wine glasses there. So that's pretty much it. I'm sure over time there will be stuff put in those slots, and this may even change, you know, as I start to see maybe other pieces in stores that I really love, and etc, etc. So, but this is the Butler's Pantry, which again, I don't know why they didn't build cabinets in here. It's just a very odd spot, but this is how I solved for that. And this right here, I've always wanted to do something like this. And let me try to stand back and give you guys. And that was in my guest bathroom at the last house too, that farmer's market sign. It was such a to-do in my video. Nobody liked it. I totally get it. It's a weird thing to put in a bathroom. Like, I 100% wholeheartedly agree with all of those comments, trust me. And then this piece. The only thing that I will eventually update is this door. I will change out this door for something brown with maybe a little window, and then I'll still hang the wreath. So that is an update that I'll eventually make. But for now, this is exactly what I wanted. I think that this Butler's Pantry area is so much better than my last one. This is way more my style. I obviously had more control because I was able to pick out my furniture, so that is the plus. But that's it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed this farmhouse tutorial of my Butler's Pantry and my pantry door. And I'll see you guys in another video. Bye.